All right, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about the power behind grouping worksheets together. So one of the things I would say to you is what's nice about grouping worksheets is that whatever you do to one sheet in the group will be done to all the sheets in the group. So it saves you a ton of time. The bad thing about grouping worksheets is sometimes you forget that the sheets are grouped. You forget to ungroup them. You start doing things to a worksheet that you don't want done to all the sheets, and that can wreak havoc. So you really want to pay attention when your sheets are grouped and not sort of space out, and just be mindful of the fact that they're grouped and whatever you do is going to be done to everything in the group. Okay, so in order to group our sheets, I'm going to go over here to the July sheet, and you can do this to any of the sheets really, but I'm going to right click on the July sheet, and you'll see that I have the option here of select all sheets. And when I pick select all sheets, you notice how now the color sort of is removed from all of them because they're all selected. But even more importantly, look up here on the title bar at the top, and you'll see the word group up there, and that's how you know that your sheets are grouped. Okay, so whatever I do now is going to be done to each of the sheets. Okay, so for example, I'm going to select this range of A5 through A7, and in my cell styles group, I'm going to format this as 40% accent 3, which is just going to give a little bit of a color to those, right? Okay, so now I'm going to click and look to see if that change was applied to the August sheet. So I'm going to click over here on August, and you'll notice that indeed that was applied to the August sheet, and it also was applied to the September sheet, right? Now, you'll notice as soon as I clicked on the August sheet, actually, if you look up here on the title bar, you'll see that they were no longer grouped. So the way that you ungroup sheets, or one of the ways you can ungroup sheets, is simply by clicking on one of the sheets within the group, and that will ungroup all of them. Okay, so if I want to select all the sheets again, I'm going to point out here that, see here for July, it says July parking lot income, August says the same thing, September says the same thing. So what we're going to be doing here is creating a header, and we want the same header for all the sheets. So again, we're going to select all the sheets. So I'm going to right click on the July tab. I'm going to hit select all sheets. I'm going to go up to cell A1, and I'm going to press delete because I want to remove what's there. And instead I'm going to type in Nag's Head, which is the name of our company that we're working for. I'm going to press enter. And then I want to merge and center this. So you remember from chapter 1, we're going to highlight the range that we want to merge and center across. So A1 to F1. I'm going to pick merge and center. Okay. I'm going to apply the cell style of accent 3. So I can change it to be that bluish color so that it all looks the same. Change my font size to 18. You can see that that also increased the row width. In cell A2, we have parking lot income, right? So I'm going to just retype that in just in case it wasn't in all the other sheets. I'm going to select this range, also do merge and center, and go over to the cell styles and pick a little lighter color, but same 40% accent 3. Okay, so now instead of clicking on one of the sheets to ungroup them, I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to see where I had group sheets, I have the ability to do ungroup sheets. Okay, so when I click on August, I see that exactly the same changes that I made to one were made to the other two. So in August and September, they are all grouped together. Okay. One other thing I want to point out is that you do have the ability, actually, if you wanted to, for whatever reason, not so much for a homework assignment, but in the real work arena, because I don't think you have to do this for a homework assignment, you could actually group, let's say you want to group, say, July and September and not August. Okay, so if July is selected, you can hold down your control key on your keyboard and then click on September, and just those two sheets are now grouped, but not August. Okay, so that's just another means that you have. You don't have to group all, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Let's say I only wanted to do July and August. In that case, I could do July. I could either hold down the control key or the shift key, because what the shift key will do is highlight all of the sheets in between. So if I hold down shift here, it'll grab July and August, or I could have held down the control key. It doesn't really matter in that case. Okay. So hopefully you can sort of see the power behind using group sheets. Saves a lot of time in your formatting if you want the same format for all of the sheets, or even data entry wise. And it will work also for formulas, so we'll be doing that in some future videos. Okay, so for now though, I'm going to remember to Just click off so that my sheets aren't grouped. See you in the next video.